Well, hi, everybody. We're back with CommTALK with our guest, Frank Favaro, customer service expert. And today in this series, we're going to talk about measuring success and what tools are used and things of this nature. So, Frank, take it away.
Thanks for having me back. So we measuring success with customer service. I think last time when I was in, we talked about the bottom line and measuring that, and it's like, we know customer service is important, but it's not measurable, so we really don't focus on it, right? So
Right.
I think that's the attitude for a lot of businesses out there today, but it is measurable, and I think that if you implement the right key performance indicators and you start tracking success maybe a little bit differently than you are today, you will see a ROI on investment with customer service, because the studies show us, everything shows us time and time and time again, great service companies outperform the market. They outperform the stock market. There's studies time over time again. So one of the things that we really like to do and look at is, what is your customer attrition rate? So customer attrition, your customers, the ones that you have, what percentage of your clients are you losing? Most people, I ask them that question and they are a deer in the headlights. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you should be able to look at that, especially with companies. I work with a lot of companies in the mechanical services industry. It's easy for them to pull that client list and see, who have they lost. A lot of times they don't even realize they've lost clients.
Yeah.
So customer attrition is one, okay? Another one that you can really do to measure success is lifetime value of a client. So what is lifetime value? Lifetime value is, let's say that you're a partner of mine, you're a client of mine, and you did $1 million in business this year, okay? We look at that over the course of 10 years, it's what? 10 million, right? But if I lose that customer, right, I just lost $10 million of business.
Yeah.
Most companies, I should say, are not looking at it that way. They only see the big tree in front of their face and not the view of the forest, right? And as a result of that, they're making decisions that could sever not just this relationship, but the lifetime value. So looking at client relationships differently and really looking at the lifetime value is a huge key performance indicator, and one a lot of the companies I work with measure. A third, in an easy way, is to measure is Net Promoter Score or some sort of survey where you're actually understanding, what your clients are, doing some sort of ease of business on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being high, 1 being low. How easy are we to work with? Or on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 high, 1 low, how would you rate the overall experience working with our company, right? One question, not 20 questions.
Right.
Most companies institute these surveys. They're so long, I don't have time to take them.
I get them on the phone all the time.
So do I.
Right.
And if you start asking that one just home run question, and then a follow-up of what prevented it from being a 10, you're going to start uncovering huge opportunities that you didn't even know potentially existed.
Yeah.
And that's great service. So if you can uncover my problem in the experience, and I don't have to come to you and complain. So if you can come to me and deliver that, and then pull that out of me, and then make it right with me, you've just taken loyalty to a new level.
Right. And then comes referrals. And it's a whole nother ballgame.
Well, and then that's the fourth KPI. If you're not measuring referrals, chances are you're not good at getting them.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, we don't want to measure that. We don't see a lot of referrals. Referral business is dead. No, it's not. It's dead for companies that suck at it.
Good point. Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So if you're good at getting referrals, there's nothing better than referral-based business, because margins are typically higher. Why? Because trust is baked in from the referral.
There is no close. It's almost an order taking.
Exactly.
At that point. Yeah.
And those are that's how I want to do business.
Heck yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I find once you're in with a customer for a little bit, it's hard to get out. It makes it almost your own. It's up to you to you keep it because you keep it. You know, you lose it because of you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do.
It's called being in the promised land when, you know, the customer calls you out of the blue and they're just say, hey, I just need to get this done. Right. And those are beautiful things.
Those left field orders. But that comes from loyalty. That comes from trust. That comes from delivering the time before. And look, nobody's going to be perfect every time, right? But it's the defect is the defect is always going to be frustrating. But they're going to love the way that you responded to it if you can anticipate it and become a heroic, member of their team to help solve that problem.
Right. And my wife sees this in her business too. I mean, she has works in the insurance business, and it's like, holy crap! It's like every week somebody's quoting. They're quoting us. They're quoting our work. Because it's such a cutthroat business. And all these agents will always undercut everybody else, so it's weird how that works, but it's the loyalty end of it though. And on that end, the customers they keep, the big ones are the ones that, they have to service constantly, and keep them happy. So it's crazy.
You have to service. And, one of the other things is there's nothing wrong with, and this scares the hell out of a lot of business owners.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with firing your bad customers. Yeah. The ones that suck your resources. There's almost no profitability, and because you still have to serve them.
Yeah,
you still have to serve them, and they are taking away from your other clients who potentially could be, in your top client list.
Yeah, and they also make your employees feel like crap, and that spreads like cancer in a company. You hate to have that,
It's really, really, really bad. Yeah, I read a book recently on how they grow award-winning pumpkins. So in the fairs all over, and you go out and you want to win the blue ribbon pumpkin, right? Yeah. It's those monster pumpkins, right? But what they have to do is they have to kill off the smaller pumpkins in the pumpkin patch who suck the resources from the ones that could become award winners.
Yeah.
And in business, it's really no different. If you have companies out there that are sucking your resources, it's preventing you from growing other ways.
Wow. Yeah, that's so true. And, we had one, it was probably about 2 years ago. I don't want to mention any names, but he was in the financial world. And, boy, that guy would come in and, you knew it was going to be a problem. The minute the phone rang, it was going to be a problem. And the first thing he would do come in and he just complain. From the minute he's here to the minute he's gone. And I got to tell you, the day he left was the best day of our careers here, It happens all the time. So, in closing, are there any questions or any comments you'd like to make, and more comments than anything to our audience and what they should do and keep an eye out for?
Start measuring some of the metrics we discussed.
Yeah.
And you'll automatically be like, whoa. You'll see the world through a different lens.
Yeah.
You'll start to see how important it is, because it's a lot easier to grow your business with existing customers and other opportunities and upselling, cross-selling, there's so many different channels where businesses are not maximizing.
Right.
So taking a look at those KPIs, starting to measure that, or reach out to me, and I'd love to take you through a few of those exercises.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how can people find you, and where can they, if they want to get customer service done, how can they find you?
Yeah, they can reach me at Frank. My email is frank@Serve-centric coaching, SERVECENTRIC coaching, COACHING.com, or my website, serve-centric.com.
It'll be in the notes right down there, too. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks again, everybody, for listening in today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next episode.